Hey, Elio here, and welcome to this really brief playthrough of Fingerbones. Now, this is a free game available on Steam, and it is a psychological horror game by David Szymanski, and I'm sorry if I am mispronouncing David's last name there, but let me read this quick little blurb here. Fingerbones is intended to be completed in a single sitting. There is no save function. It is suggested that you set aside about half an hour to complete it. To exit, visit the door you started at. Use WADS to move the left mouse button to interact with the environment. Press escape to toggle the screen. Press I to invert the mouse. Okay, so playing with low mouse sensitivity because the mouse sensitivity that they start you off with is super sensitive. But, yeah. So you are in a bunker, and my goodness, this lighting is gorgeous. So I've played through this game once before, and I recorded that first bit, but it crashed, but that's all I'm gonna leave it at, so... When I was 15 years old, I lost my virginity. I shook uncontrollably the entire time. I felt that same primal excitement yesterday night in the cellar. Whew. You know, I'm reading through this again, and I read this and I'm like, oh, was it consensual? But then... Basically, the guy you're playing here as, so he lost the same primal excitement yesterday night in the cellar. I'm assuming he felt that again. That something sexual happened in the cellar, basically. I'm gonna try not to spoil too much here. It's my weekend to get Katie, but I'm really not in the mood. I distracted her with the TV and came here to read. I couldn't interest myself in reading, so I tried to write. I couldn't write anything more than the usual handful of disconnected thoughts and theories. Medication didn't help, and divorce certainly didn't help. Because I am not depressed, I am enlightened. This is the result of 2 decades of scientific education and philosophical pondering. This is the price of knowledge, so right off the bat from reading that, you can tell this character you're playing as is a very, I guess you could say a pragmatic man. There's a note here. Yes, there is. It appears to be a page from a manuscript. Pop morality is too reliant on emotions, and not reliant enough on rational thought. If morality must be determined, and I maintain that it is farce, it should not be determined by feeling. Feelings are nebulous, subjective, and changeable. Rather, it should be determined by thinking. The actions of a natural creature are natural and thus moral, unless a concrete scientific reason can be given to prove them as immoral. So this is, you're gonna see a few pages here and there, a few notes here and there, like mostly of this guy's ponderings about his own, I guess, philosophical morale theory. Oh, flashlight. And oh, there's one more note here. This one, I believe, tells you the password to unlock the door. I don't know why I'd use my daughter's name as a door lock code in my survival bunker, but whatever keeps her happy, I suppose. She's like her mother, a delicate, fragile version of her. Damn her. Alright, I don't know if he's saying that's like, damn his ex-husband, or damn her for being too damn cute. Or, I probably shouldn't say cute, because context, but anyways. That generator powered the bunker, and you should be able to enter the password and the keypad here, so Kitty. I don't know if that's case sensitive, but whatever. Onwards to the basement. And this is where things get a little spooky. Oh, it didn't happen. Yet. It finally happened. The whole world is chaos of thunder and screams. And when the ashes settle, we will be wild animals again. I'm ecstatic beyond words. I haven't been able to reach Lynn for several days, and she's probably dead for all I know or care. But Katie was here when it started, and I have no idea what to do with her. Most of the town is dead. Katie and I only survived because we ran to the bunker. Perhaps this is what I've needed, freedom from all the irrational rule and inane social values. Just pure, beautiful survival. Oh, there it is. I boxed up everything that isn't practical and useful. I burned all the books that weren't for scientific edification. I'd like to store the boxes in the cellar, but I can't get them down the ladder by myself. I just piled them up near the hatch. The blood would probably ruin them anyways. Yeah, blood. Blood. The tool room has been her name for years now. I can't bring myself to change it, so you can't go down the hatch yet, and you can't go through this door yet. So the tool room has been her name for years, and he is talking about her. He's talking about his ex-wife, Lynn. Lynn. I'm not sure if he has some shred of emotional dignity in him left. I don't know. He said he couldn't bring himself to changing the name of the tool room, so I'm assuming he still has some attachment to his wife. So that should open this door here. A few more notes to skim around the room for. Here's one. She remembered Father's Day and drew me a picture. I don't understand her. She's like her mother. She wants to waste time drawing pictures, and we're barely able to find enough food to survive. I turned her crayons into candles. We need more candles in case the generator goes out again. I hope it breaks, and it helps break up the monotony. I yearn for the excitement of those first weeks. So, post-apocalyptic, and this note here is a little spooky. Oh my god, and it would cue the crying. Oh. There are things I've wanted to do for years, desires I've kept locked in the back of my consciousness. It's been nearly a year since I've seen a woman. Oh wow, a year into this post-apocalyptic era. And now I realize there's no practical reason to keep those desires locked up anymore, so, there was this man and his daughter. Oh, there was just those two in the bunker, so yeah, I'll let you put two and two together there. It's really fucked up. I changed the storage room code to something I can easily remember, and NY and the rest of the word is missing, so easily enough that's Lynn's name spelled backwards. So we gotta go up again, and it'll unlock that one door we saw in the back of the tool room. Come on. Oh boy. Getting a little bit of lag. That's probably because I'm playing in windowed. Alright. Buzzing means it was inputted correctly and we can go downstairs again. I am a bag of DNA, and I exist to make more of myself. I married and produced a daughter because my genes demanded reproduction. I wonder if that's just translated to like I was horny. I wrote books and created because creativity served a survival advantage to my ancient ape ancestors. I built this place, took refuge in it, and spent hours thinking up silly little artificial laws to live by, because my forefathers built cities and societies to allow time and peace to reproduce and protect their genes. Dreams, loves, opinions, desires, beauties, innocence, figments of our collective primordial imagination. Fleeting electrical signals that fire across our synapses for a pointless moment in time. They used to serve a purpose, and now they are needless confusion. Here I am, the last man on Earth, for all I know, ready to be freed from them. Ooh, so basically this guy is like, the soul is null. All that is to live for every human being, in his own opinion, is to survive. Oh. basically made a kid because he felt he had to pass on his genes. Which, I've known a couple of people who thought that way a while ago. Oh wait, no. Ugh! The button opened this little alcove here. With blood and finger bones in them. The cellar is freedom, and freedom is a code for the cellar. Yeah, you can already guess whose finger bones those are, but anyways. Freedom. So, to summarize what's happened so far, this guy, I'm assuming when he was 15 he was raped himself. And growing up, I guess, I don't know if the rape affected his way of thinking and his morality. But he grew up thinking, all I live for is survival and to pass my genes on. And so, something happened. He was trapped in a bunker. He was living in a bunker with just himself and his daughter now. Note explained that he raped his daughter. Well, I'll let this finish the rest of the story here. There's only enough food for one. So she's going to die anyway. I'm free now. Freedom. It took the end of all humanity for me to find freedom. It seems to have been torn from a diary. She finally died last night. I don't know whether from starvation, dehydration, or blood loss. I threw her body into the woods. Her fingers, my anti-religious artifacts, my testaments to moral and intellectual freedom, are locked in the safe upstairs. I am content in the knowledge that I haven't done anything wrong. The father didn't know why he'd come back after all these years, starving and tired. He just wanted to see the cellar one last time. With one last flicker, the flashlight died and he was left in the pitch dark. He sat on the cold floor and closed his eyes. He could still hear her even now. It was peaceful here in the cellar. It was free here in the cellar.